Hi, I'm Omid from Phoenix English. Today we'll look at 12 nouns, and more specifically, 6 pair of nouns that often cause confusion for English learners. Some of the mistakes with these nouns are made while speaking, and some are made while writing. Some are vocabulary errors, pronunciation errors, or spelling errors. So let's understand exactly what these words mean and how to use them correctly. Number 1. We're invited to their wedding, or we're invited to their marriage. What is correct? If you need a little more time, just pause the video, think about it, and then continue. So which of those is correct? The correct answer is we are invited to their wedding. Okay, so what's the difference between a wedding and a marriage? The wedding is the actual ceremony, the party, the event, where two people are married, get married. After that celebration, after that event, the wedding, then they are married, and the rest of their life is known as their marriage. Okay, that is a legal relationship that they share after the wedding ceremony takes place to describe their marital status. So the wedding is the event, and the marriage is a relationship that exists between those two people for the rest of their lives or their marriage. Okay, number 2. Do we say the fire department told them to stay in their suit, or the fire department told them to stay in their suite? Which is correct? In this case, the second one is correct. The fire department told them to stay in their suite. What's the difference between a suit and a suite? A suit is something that you wear, a man or a woman, like a jacket and pants, or a jacket and a skirt, or whatever. It's a piece of clothing. A suite is either like a fancy apartment or a fancy room in a hotel. Completely different. So the fire department didn't ask them to wear special clothes. The fire department just told them to stay in their apartment or their suite. Next, number 3. Do we say, what's the weather like today? Or do we say, what's the climate like today? What's the difference here? The correct word would be, what's the weather like today? Because weather talks about short-term weather patterns, temperature, rain, snow, etc. Climate is talking about the general patterns, the long-term patterns. And especially here, we asked today, right? We're just talking about today. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it raining? Is it snowing? How is it? So, we want to use weather to talk about a short period of time, like a day or sometimes a week or something like that. But if we are talking about the climate in this country, that's different. We're talking about the seasons and things like that. Next, number 4. Do we ask, maybe in a restaurant, somebody might ask this question, would you like some dessert or would you like some dessert? Which is correct? So, it's this one. Would you like some dessert? Dessert is a sweet dish that we eat, like a cake or a pie or whatever else after our meal. What's a desert then? A desert is a place, a very hot, dry place with a lot of sand. There are many deserts all over the world. And there are many desserts in restaurants. Okay, number 5. Do we say many foreigners are buying property in our city? Or many strangers are buying property in our city? It should be foreigners. Okay? So what's the difference between a foreigner and a stranger? Maybe in your language there is no difference, but in English, foreigners refers to people from another country, from a foreign country, another place. And strangers just means people we don't know. Like, I know you, we are not strangers. We're friends. But if there are people just walking down the street and you don't know who they are, they're strangers to you. Okay? Strangers could become friends. Strangers may be foreigners or not foreigners. They may be locals. So, a foreigner is someone from a different country And a stranger is simply someone you don't know or don't know yet. Next, number 6. Should we say all residents should attend the meeting or all residents should attend the meeting? This one is a little bit tricky. It also sounds almost the same, but not completely. But the meaning is completely different. So it should be all residents should attend the meeting. Because residents refers to people, alright? One resident, many residents. This refers to people. Residence refers to the place itself. This is my residence. This is my home. This is my apartment. But the people who live in that residence, the people who live in the residence are residents. Or the people who live in a building are the building's residents. Okay, got that? Let's practice a little bit more to make sure that you've really mastered these confusing nouns. Number 1. Do we say the weather was great last week or the climate was great last week? What do you think? If you need a little time, pause the video and join me when you're ready. Otherwise, let's continue. The weather was great last week. Why? We talked about last week, so we're just talking about a short period of time. We're not talking about climate patterns in general. Number 2. 200 guests attended their wedding or 200 guests attended their marriage. What do you think? The correct answer is wedding, the ceremony, the event. Number 3. You look amazing in that suit or you look amazing in that suite. Which one is it? In this case, it's this one because what is a suit? A suit is clothing. But a suite, as we said, is an apartment or a fancy room in a hotel and so on. Number 4. Many residents complained about the noise or many residents complained about the noise. Which is the right one? It should be many residents. The people complained. The place did not complain. The people complained. Next, number 5. The school offers English classes to foreigners or to strangers. What do you think? I think it's the first one. The school offers English classes to people from other countries, not just to people they don't know. Number 6. The Sahara is one of the largest deserts in the world or one of the largest deserts in the world. Which is it? Is the Sahara a desert or is the Sahara a desert? The Sahara is a desert, so it will be the first one, and not dessert, which is your cake or your ice cream or the other sweet things that you eat. Okay, that was all for today. Do not forget to practice more. Take care. All the best. Bye for now.